And where are we now? We are in Argentina now with Roby Ullman of Soles Travel. And
turn around, a little more, a little more.
Little more,
That's
little
awesome.
more.
There, 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 there. Yeah. At the end of the world.
Yes. So,
yeah.
Roby, tell us all about what you do and the wonderful things you do in Argentina for accessible travel. And I will pick the video that you have selected to show us. So here we are.
Okay. I will.
Can you see the video now?
I am seeing the video also.
Super.
Okay. As Leonora said, I am a travel agent. I began to work in tourism 35 years ago when we used tickets, air tickets written by hand with the red copies. Some people could remember it, and the reservations was made by fax or so. All my travel agent life, I was making FIT tours, preparing what each one needs to hear the needs from each person, and that give me an exercise to hear exactly what each person needs to travel, what he expect, what he want to do. And in the last years, as each one know, internet was closing my doors as travel agent with FIT. Most of people began to buy tickets or tours or made his travels by themselves. I have a friend, it was in Rome, and he recommended this hotel, and you must to do this and must to do that, those. So as travel agent, my work was each day less, and I find out that someday it will end, not like the virus as now, but so I began to think what I can do. At this time, my mother was sitting in a wheelchair, so I began to see in internet what I can do, what I can learn, and so I was making courses, assist to events, spoke with people here in Argentina, and I don't know how many things else. I was at a lot of events around the world, in Mexico, in Brussels, in Berlin, and in Tuscany, making a farm tour, and so on. And that gives me a practical idea what are the needs and what you must to do. Please, could you go the video again? Yes,
sure. Because it was very fast, and it's a very nice video because you get to see lots of
yes,
lots of places in Argentina. Argentina is a huge country, so
it's a very, very huge country. It's difficult for example, for European people to understand what it means. There are 1,000 kilometers from one point to the other one. For example, here from
you have a glacier, and then you have the beach, and
yes, we have all the waters, all type of forest. Sorry about my English, but we have from the jungle in the north, where are the waterfalls, ski, adapted ski. We have adapted ski at 3 different corners of the country, and we have adventure. You can go a wine road in Mendoza, and we will make a little bit a competition with the Italian wine from Stephanie. We have our Malbec wine, world recognized, and we have deserts, we have jungle, we have beaches, we have fauna, we have this. What you are seeing now, it's
a boat.
It's a boat to have to go where you can view the whales.
Oh, this is beautiful.
And the way the boat is adapted, it's a nice history. The owner of the boat have a kid, he's sitting in a wheelchair. So he decided that the captain, the owner, prepare the boat for people with disability. And as you see, they can watch them. Again, please, the video, or we can stop it. And we will make so it's easier if you stop it now and put the map from our country, and I can explain better each corner. That's
one thing. Where is the map?
Where is the map? Okay. Anyway,
I have your presentation.
Yes, I sent it. Okay, but
yeah,
anyway,
let me open that. So we're gonna take a look at that and see.
Okay. In the
Because
meantime,
I don't remember seeing a map, but I do remember the beautiful photos that you sent.
Okay.
And we are now going to see because these are the 3 places you told me you selected for the
so
bucket list,
okay,
right?
no problem. I sent let it there. I sent the map to Ina, and maybe that she doesn't forward to you.
Oh, but it's okay, because we had a lot of content arriving these days.
Okay, no problem at all. Not problem at all.
But if you want,
we are speaking, I'm looking for, but anyway, no problem. Show it there. Our country is like a triangle, yeah, where you are facing the map. In the northeast of the map, you have the waterfalls. That is what you are looking there. I many times use it as get-in point, because there are many flights from all around the world to Brazil, Sao Paulo, and from there you can get a plane to Foz do Iguaçu. That means Iguaçu from the Brazilian side. It's a corner where 3 countries have the same border. That means Paraguay, Brazil, and Argentina. And normally a visit to the Iguaçu point waterfalls, we do it in 2 days. One day is a complete day excursion, day excursion at the waterfall from Iguaçu. And what you will see, there are 3 different ways. One way, you are looking the waterfalls to the top of the waterfalls. Okay. So you see how the waterfalls began to fall.
So this is the highest point, the one we're seeing.
No, it's the Garganta del Diablo, Devil Truck. It's another point. Yes.
The Devil's Shoe, okay.
Yes, and if you see, you go the first way, you go upstairs, up the waterfalls, then you go back to a point and begin from the down, where the waters are falling. Yes, where is the bottom of the waterfalls.
Okay, is this what we're seeing now? Is this the right photo?
You are sure you will get wet? Sure, you will get wet. And the 3rd excursion in the same day is to this Devil Throat. Yes, here you can see the waterfall from the bottom. Yeah.
Beautiful, it's stunning.
Yes, it's amazing. It's the noise of the water falling, the jungle, the parrots, all kinds of type of trees, fauna you can see there. We organized this with a person that push the wheelchair. If persons come with wheelchair, because if somebody from the group, the partner, must push the wheelchair, will be most occupied to see where to go, as to also enjoy the spectacle.
Okay, so you have a team of people who come with you and help.
Exactly. This destination is completely adapted from the beginning till to the end, even for blind people, even for people with neurological diseases.
Okay.
It's the point of our country most accessible. It's amazing what the people has done there. The
How
second,
is it accessible for people who are blind? What's the special feature that
they have haptic maps? They have haptic maps,
okay.
and the guide, when they walking, they walk the same ways as you, and they are explaining what is happening. Many peoples, Argentine peoples, I know a woman, he's the manager of the library from blind people.
Ah, okay, the library, okay, yes, it's a braille
and
library.
He said, yeah, he said that's the point of, his point in the world, the waterfalls of Iguazu. So I asked it, how, why? Because I feel the water falling. I see so full of energy, so plenty of energy. If you stay there all the time, you hear the sound of the water falling. It's something wonderful, amazing. The second day, you go to the Brazilian part. Brazilian part, we every time say Argentina have the waterfalls, but Brazilian have the right point of view. They can see all the waterfall from the Brazilian side. Unfortunately, it is not well adapted. It's not well adapted, so you can see only a part of this this area.
But can you go from Argentina to Brazil? There's no visa problems. You can just
no. It's a frontier. It's a normally frontier. Maybe that some countries needs a visa to go to Brazil. The most of the countries don't need visa to come to Argentina.
Okay.
Yes? So I recommend when you are interested, you ask us and we will tell you if you need a visa or not.
Okay.
This destination is practically year-round open. What can happen is that sometimes it's not enough water, or sometimes it's too much water. That's something that we don't have the key to regulate it. Sometimes if there is too much water, the ways to go to the different points is closed because it's dangerous. Sometimes the water over.
I cannot imagine not enough water. I mean, I cannot imagine. It's like somebody turned the water tap. How does it look when there's not enough water?
It's very poor. It's goteo. It's drops are falling. It's not nice.
Wow, it's difficult to imagine. It's really difficult to imagine.
Yeah, but it's happened. It's happened. It's happened.
Wow.
Not very often, but I must to say it. The water, this river is the Paraná River. It comes from Brazil, and there are 3 or 4 water dams over, and maybe that Brazilian open or close more or less the dams, and so that is it.
Okay.
This river ends in Buenos Aires. Yes, there are 1,600 kilometers from Iguazu to Buenos Aires. So sometimes some people make it by bus.
Okay.
Our bus net is very, very good.
Okay.
We practically have no trains, and it's very interesting. There are wonderful buses where you have TV, you have bath, not adapted. You have you receive dinner, you receive breakfast, and there are 16 hours from one point to the other point. Sometimes people want to do it. You travel in these buses like in business class from the plane.
But they're not. Are they wheelchair accessible? Are there some that are wheelchair?
No, not very good. Not very good. I don't recommend it. Normally, people use the plane, and then they arrive to Buenos Aires.
Okay. And
what to say from Buenos Aires? Buenos Aires is a city. Argentina has 45 million persons. From them, 15, 16 millions lives in Buenos Aires as surrounding. That means that a third part of the country is in this city. The city is very, very large. From one point to the other, there are 100 kilometers.
Wow.
And is when the Rio, I spoke from the Rio Paraná that comes from the Rio Iguazu, from the waterfall from Iguazu, and then it's another river that's named Uruguay. It's the frontier between Argentina and Uruguay, and these both rivers form a delta. It's a very, very, very nice delta. Mostly unknown that there is such a delta. We offer adapted tours to this delta.
Is it a natural area, like a natural park that you can visit?
It's not completely a natural park, but there are not many people living there. There are people that live there and that collect fruits, and they have trees and sell the woods. It's a very little population. There are many weekend houses. People go away from Buenos Aires to these places. So Buenos Aires is a cosmopolitan city because we had a lot of immigrants from many parts of the world. So you can find a Spanish area, an Italian area, and German area, and French area. There are streets that are like Madrid, or you have cities that are like part of the city that's like Paris, and there are other parts that are like the States with the country houses, and there is a big difference. You see sky races like this. This is a bridge from Calatrava, the Spanish architect. And there are other photos from Buenos Aires. I think you have it.
Yes, we have one.
Yes, okay, that's well recognized. It's a corner from Buenos Aires, name it La Boca. From this picture to the Boca football stadium are 200 meters, 300 meters. And the name Boca comes because there is a little river that goes to the Rio De La Plata. Rio De La Plata is where the delta that I spoke ends, and it's like a sea or bigger, because in the widest point of this river, in the widest point from this river, there are 400 kilometers.
Wow.
Yes, but it's a river because it's sweet water. It's a very, very colorful corner, and a little history is, doesn't make it too long. The books arrived to the port, and
sorry, who arrived to the port? The
ships
okay.
arrived to the port,
sorry.
and in the time where there was putting the meat and the corners inside, they was painting the ships. So the paint, the colors of the paints that they doesn't use it because they go, they depart to the sea again. This color they leaves in the
so
port.
people were using the leftover paint from the boats.
Yes, to paint his houses.
Oh, that's nice. That's why it's all different colors. It's all different boats who left a tin of paint here and another color.
Yeah, exactly. That's and they conserve it today also. Yes.
Lovely.
So
and the stadium is nearby, isn't it?
Pardon me?
The stadium is nearby, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very, very. We have two big stadiums. We are working to make it accessible for people with wheelchair.
Okay, it's not accessible yet. It's not very accessible.
It's not accessible. River is more accessible than Boca. That's the two biggest football teams. We are working out. We can offer also tango shows, adapted places that are adapted. The city is very, very well adapted with many restaurants, with many museums, corners, parks. It's a very, very city. Normally, we suggest to stay 3 to 4 days in this city. Yes,
to have time to see well.
Yes, and don't be hurry. We are working out to make also tango for people. He's sitting in wheelchairs because there are a dancer from Tango City, dancers in wheelchairs. So we are invite them to show how we are working out. What you must understand generally that Argentina is open his doors to the accessibility in the last 2-3 years.
Okay, so it's a new thing. It's all been, let's say, built.
Exactly. We are building. We are working together with tourism ministry, with cities, with many people together to increase, to learn, to teach what it's good, how to do the best way, and so on. So we have different corners. We have in Argentina, I will say 7-8 points, destinations where people with disability can go, beaches, fauna, glaciers, Ushuaia, that is the southern city of the world, wine road, ski, and so on. So Buenos Aires, it's a very, very cultural city, many theaters, many libraries, many places adapted. There are not all adapted, but there are many, many places well adapted with 4- and 5-star hotels.
Okay. Your third, wow.
Wow. So
temperature just dropped.
Okay. We take a plane, so only that you have an idea. From Buenos Aires to this place, there are 3,000 kilometers. That means if you go from Madrid, I think you arrive Moscow or something like that. There are 3 hours plane, and we are all the times in the same country. So imagine from the waterfalls to this place, there are not direct flights. You must make a change of plane in Buenos Aires.
Yep.
By the way, all the airports, most of the airports, not all, most of the airports are very, very good accessible.
Oh, that's great. That's good to know.
Very good accessible. So that's the glaciers. I think each one here about the glaciers. The glaciers are 80 kilometers away from El Calafate. That's the city where are the hotels. There are no hotels in this area because it's national park. It used to be an hotel and it was closed, so you can reach it only by car. We have an adapted car, so no problem with wheelchair.
And there, what do you do? I mean, if you cannot sleep there, you go and see the glacier, and then you go.
It's a completely day because it's many things to do. Many things to do. You see the glaciers. You have a boat trip in this area where you come very, very close to the glacier, to the ices.
Oh, I think it's the photo you sent.
No, that's the second day. It's another excursion. That's an iceberg. But that you have an idea, the wall is approximately 70 meters height.
That's the one we see on the photo in the left, where there's this big block of ice.
Exactly. Wow. And what happens is pushed from the backside, and the ice is falling in the water, as you see in the photo, in the picture before of the left. You see ice in the water. That's ice that fall from the glacier in the lake.
Okay.
It's very, very interesting. This excursion, it's a whole day, a complete day. With you don't see that. You have forest also. This the Patagonian forest, and also in Calafate you can see really the Patagonia, the Patagonia, how it's look, our desert with very, very plants from 30, 40 centimeters height, and that's all. What you have many, many in Patagonia is wind. So the wind, it's very, very windy because there are no trees that stop the wind. Yes. So at the second day, you make another excursion. That's the other photo that you show, this photo one, where you with the ship go make a big navigation, a complete navigation from 7 hours in the lake.
Wow.
And you go very, very close to this iceberg. No, it not will be Titanic. It's not dangerous, and it's very, very nice because this kind of iceberg, I can show you how the sun is coming in. It's another color. It's another reflect. It's something that you stay. It's amazing. You must understand that in Argentina we don't have history to show. It's a young country. What we have to show very, very much is
nature.
Nature from each kind of type, from the jungle in the north to the icebergs in the south. And the other thing that's very important that we have the opposite climate that we have winter when you have summer and summer when you have winter. That means, for example, that in August you can come to us and ski in many places, or we have clients that come to
you can surf in January or December. Exactly. And ski in August. Yeah, that's brilliant.
Exactly. And people that want to escape from the cold in January and come to our beaches. So it's a completely different country. It's full of any kind of panoramic points. Walking, I don't know.
There's everything. There is so much, and I'm just so curious. I would love to visit Buenos Aires also.
Yes, yeah. In the next time, shortly. I will expect you.
To travel again. There's so many places to be seen.
Yeah.
So Roby, just to say, we have to go now. So if you want to make one last invitation to people.
Yeah, of course, don't be afraid to ask me, to contact us. We will help you, we will show you, we will recommend it, what to do, where to go, when, and so on. Most of the places are very, very good adapted. There are places that are not so good adapted. I will ask you what kind of disability you have, so I can tell this you can do or this you can't do. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the option, for the opportunity, and we'll be in touch with other points from Argentina.
Yep. Cool. A big hug. And
bye. Big hug. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, wait.